How we doing, Andy?
I thought you were at my secret camp for a second.
Is that just down the hill or something?
Yeah, it's like right there.
Should we go there? Is there a campfire?
There's not a fire, but there's logs and stuff. It's fine.
All right. What's going on? It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
I'm outside.
So I'm gonna say the only reason I'm really bringing it up ASAP is because between yourself and the Dons yesterday, it was made very clear in all conversations that people want to be aware of things a lot sooner, lest something happen. I had a weird phone call with Gigi that felt very much like a PR phone call, if I'm being honest, but maybe it just came across weird to me.
Was this today or yesterday?
Yesterday. It was last night.
Okay.
The TLDR from where I'm standing is that Gigi's kind of pulling a CJ, but because Gigi is so intelligent, I feel like she believes she can pull it off without being hurt, and I don't think she can.
Pulling CJ?
Unless she stops.
What does that mean?
Like, more so that Gigi should be taking the advice that she's giving CJ. Don't fuck with that stuff. It's bad news. It's probably not going to go anywhere good. You should step out of it. Being around Edgar is probably not going to lead anywhere good either. It's going to get you in some shit. You should step away from it. And she's giving all this advice to CJ and agreeing with advice that I'm giving to CJ, but isn't applying it to her situation herself. I encouraged Gigi to talk to the Dons about what she's been up to regarding Edgar. I don't know if she's going to. It was my aggressive, well, not aggressive, but emphasized recommendation. But honestly, this is kind of more in case she doesn't.
To be honest, I think I'm confused.
Yep. I haven't really
I see.
Details yet.
Okay.
Or given details yet. Pretty much I got a phone call. Well, she wanted to talk. I talked to her. She said that some shit was spun on her. And I was like, well, yeah, I heard that you texted Marty to kill CJ and Skipper or whatever. And then she put forward that people were like spinning a text from 6 days ago when she sent kill them over something different. And I pretty much said, well, if it was from 6 days ago, wouldn't that easily prove that it was about something else? And then she said, oh, well, there were two of them. There was a recent one too, and then also one from 6 days ago. And I was like, and I just straight up asked her, I said, well, then why did you leave out the recent one when speaking just now? And she claimed that she wasn't leaving stuff out. It was just, I don't know, comms, I guess. But from where I'm standing, it absolutely was leaving it out on purpose. And I said, you just framed that as if people were freaking out about a text from 6 days ago. And then she just was like, no, it's about the recent one. And I was like,
Sorry, Lucia's calling. Just one moment.
That's fine. Oh, you should probably come too.
Hey, Lucia.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm just talking to Andi. She just said, if you're free, if you can come down, that'd be great.
Oh, you want me there?
Sure.
Where you at?
What's your ping? I'll ping you.
138.
All right. Yeah, we just started talking, so all Gucci. We'll see you here.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye. Sorry, I didn't know he was around.
Me neither.
So
I wanted to come to you first anyway. Pretty much, it felt like PR. It felt like,
sure.
Not spinning. I don't want to say spinning because that seems like really, really malicious.
Just to clarify, not to cut you off. This is piggybacking off of the conversation we had yesterday. Still now, that is the only context I have. So,
Marty said that he would kill CJ and Skipper if they went to the lighthouse. They then went and did all that shit I told you about.
Right. Okay. So
apparently Gigi sent some kind of text or phone call or something that egged
on
like
Marty,
was encouraging them to do it. Yeah. Now that everything's happened, and
then you mentioned
really
that Dons were upset with Gigi stirring.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
like I got straight up asked, "Is Gigi trying to
get them killed or
CJ?
some shit?"
And I was like, "What?"
Got you. Okay. So we're just referring back to that. To GiGi's
yes,
connection to all of it.
This phone call was afterwards. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, I'm fully on board.
Surrounding all that. Yeah. So it felt more like a oh god, I got in trouble, but now I'm gonna retell this story in a way that
paints a
makes
different
it seem
light.
less bad. Yeah, which I can't blame her for, and I don't think it's malicious. I think most people do that just by instinct. But leaving out the text made me, I don't know. I'm in a state where I'm just not trusting anybody involved with any of this shit right now. If I'm being completely honest with you, so I'm taking everything everybody says with a grain of salt.
Okay.
But leaving out an entire text felt
intentional.
Not by accident, because GG is really smart. But regardless, the conversation moved to, I don't know, apparently she said something in a call that the Dons didn't like either, but I don't know what that was. I don't know. Moral of the story. The phone call, I hate this shit. I fucking hate this shit because I like to let people confide in me and keep that to myself. But with this shit, I just feel like she could die. And that is the only reason I'm not giving her more time to tell you guys herself. If that makes sense.
Is that a police car?
That is the only reason. I don't think so.
Oh no, it's not. Could have sworn it said police on the side.
There's a heli pulling out behind us.
That's okay. They've always got helis over there. Morning, Lush.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hello.
Hey. So, what's going on?
I was just telling Clark that I hate this shit. I hate my life because when people confide in me, I like to keep that to myself. But given the conversation I had with Clark yesterday and with you and Speedy and Lang, it was made very abundantly clear that you guys want to know things ASAP, especially if someone could be in danger or potentially in harm's way. So the only reason I'm not giving Gigi more time to tell you herself, which I hope to God she does, like I encouraged her to, is because I feel like this could go really badly really quickly, and she's a little bit in a CJ state where she doesn't see how bad it could get and how fast. Or maybe she can. She's just really calm. I can't really tell with Gigi. She is so professional all the time that I don't actually understand sometimes what she understands and what she doesn't.
So
what do you mean she's in a CJ state? What does that mean?
Yeah, what exactly happened? I understand you're prefacing what's to come, but
she's been spending a lot of time with Edgar too, which is whatever, but it's the purpose. She said that part of it is partially because of the FIB document stuff, which is whatever, but part of it is also because she's looking into the faceless.
I'm sorry, who is? She is?
That can get really, really bad really fast. Yeah, it's kind of like watching.
Is that real or is that bullshit? Some dumbass lifer told me.
She told me. What, the faceless?
Well, yeah.
That's real. Why would I be bothering? Why would I bother standing here if it wasn't?
I have no context on the faceless. I had one lifer tell me it was sweat dripping down his face and his hands shaking about it. He said, "Don't tell anyone about this." And I said, "You are on drugs. Get the fuck away from me."
Maybe Luke can give you some context.
Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of shit going on at the same fucking time. A lot of overlapping. Some context I'm missing. But this is certain that Gigi is also spending time with Edgar. For whatever reason.
I don't really care about that. I care about the purpose of it. Which, if it's to look into faceless stuff, and that gets around because she's also looking into it via someone who I don't trust, even if other people do, that could go really badly and she could die. So, yeah, I don't take faceless stuff lightly. I don't take Norman stuff lightly, but I take faceless shit even less lightly. I feel like that's a dangerous game to play. I'm only telling you guys because of that. And so that if, something were to happen to Gigi one random day, people aren't going, what the fuck is going on? Where is she? What's happening? I encouraged her to tell you guys all of this. And the only reason I'm standing here not giving her more time to do that before saying something is because I don't know what they know, if that makes sense.
Okay, wait, hold on.
So say they are already aware of that and Gigi were to have something happen to her before she tells you, then I'm the only person to my knowledge that would be able to fill in a gap.
Right.
Has anything else happened after, we met yesterday, Andy?
Yeah, Gigi told me all this on a phone call.
So something happened after that, yeah?
Last night, yeah.
So she's pulling a CJ, but rather than with Norman, it's with Faceless.
It's kind of how I feel about it. I mean, make your own judgments. I do feel like it's a very similar scenario of I'm not taking the precautions I should when facing something potentially extremely dangerous.
Right.
I just was kind of like, but why?
What did she say?
I truly don't remember because this was coming off the heels of being told some other shit that pissed me off. So I was trying to calm down relatively.
It just seemed like out of curiosity.
Well, it seems more like, okay, so I will say this. It seems more like she's observing what's going on with Edgar and that to gain information instead of like directly inserting herself. But the fact that she's like doing anything with Edgar, I feel like is relatively putting yourself on the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then that puts her, in danger, and then it puts everybody around her in danger too.
Yeah, but I will say I don't think I don't believe she's like actively involving herself in whatever Edgar has going on with them.
Could you enlighten me on what you know about the Faceless? Because, like I said, Matt, prisoner, a lifer. He's got a lot of trust in me. And he pulled me aside and he seemed very serious about it. He was telling me the end is near, some doomsday prepping terminology. He said this is very real. I'm only telling you this because I trust you. I want to make sure you can take care of your people. Now, I believe I mentioned it in passing, but I know nothing about them, other than that.
I feel like this whole end is near thing is more so to do with Norman Bones than it is with the Faceless. Not saying the Faceless isn't dangerous.
I truly don't know because I've also I got a call like a month, 2 months ago from someone named AK, who was actually my friendly kidnapper. When Nino took my SIM card, but he was talking about doomsday and bunkers and all of this shit. People are calling Faceless this crazy terrorist organization. So I actually don't know what people are referring to when they're talking about all this doomsday stuff. Because I've heard people talking about nuclear bombs and weapons and all this stuff too.
Jesus.
But if they're giving out, fancy fucking sniper rifles and asking people to do jobs for them, I'm not gonna discount whatever else they've got planned. I don't know.
Okay.
Scary dudes is my summary.
Think of them as a very powerful cartel, an organization.
Oh, they're power gamers.
People that have equipment of all sorts, vehicles, military, all that. Very powerful. That's
the type that
kind of
wouldn't take well to being looked into.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody prying, sticking their nose in their business, they're not going to like that. They'll probably fucking have you killed, assassinated. They could be watching us right now with a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
And
like I said, she could just be on the peripheral. I mean, I trust that Gigi is careful as she can be. Gigi is not stupid. I just think looking into it at all, even from the peripheral, could be potentially bad. And I would rather that you guys know about it, higher ups know about it, just in case something were to happen, so that we're not sitting there with question marks of what the fuck happened and who could have done XYZ.
Right. I'm gonna assume that she's
it's smart for me to be the only other person with that info. If I am, I don't know who else she's told. I fucking hate breaking someone's trust on this. But I expressed this all to her, and if it's for her safety, then if she ends up hating me for it, that's okay, as long as she's all right.
I think you're doing the right thing. Otherwise, we'd be kind of caught off guard if anything goes down, right?
That's the only reason. I'm like, because usually when I encourage somebody to talk to Dons or talk to Clark or express it to whoever, I'll give them time to do so. So that it does come from them. But with this, I'm too worried because I don't have enough details. And I don't want her to like disappear over a weekend and we have no fucking clue. Everybody's scrambling and I'm not around, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what Zach's said, but if there's anything about them being powerful or power gamers, I made that joke, Emily.
I don't know. I just
unless they said something crazy.
Story, especially with how the phone call started. So I'm just hoping she approaches you guys and fills you in entirely, whatever that is.
No, I mean, yeah, he's chilling.
Or maybe that is the entirety. I don't know.
Appreciate it though.
Yeah, hopefully. We spoke to her yesterday, me and Arush, and told her to avoid talking to other members of the North, just to avoid being painted out to be like a stirrer. And if there's anything important that we need to know, that maybe there's danger coming our way or the North's way, then definitely talk to Lang, and absolutely talk to us about it too. So if there's been developments, we're expecting to hear from her.
You think she's just trying to understand the enemy? The potential enemy? It's probably better to know a little bit about them, rather than nothing, but ignorance is bliss at the same time.
Because it just depends on how close to the sun she wants to fly, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can imagine she's doing this to look out for us. Maybe be one step ahead of the game, but you gotta be very fucking careful.
Yeah, I mean, give her a chance to tell her yourselves. I'm just worried and paranoid with everything happening all at once. Between the three of them, I don't know. I feel like a piece of shit. I don't know.
Don't feel like a piece of shit. Easier said than done, I know, but... No, I mean, it's the same thing. You want to be prepared for it. You want to make sure others are prepared for it. And we don't want to be caught off guard with this kind of thing, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
How's everything else going, Andy? Did you end up talking to her or no? CJ.
I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. I'm just worried. I don't know. I'm gonna go.
No need to apologize. I appreciate it, Andy.